Hi, this is Alan with Alan's Firearms and Guns Plus More. And outside of my normal video of a pistol, we're going to do a revolver. This is the Smith Wesson Model 19-5 in nickel. It is a 357 revolver. It's a 6-shot. It is an end frame. It's got the original wooden grips, and it's just about mint. It's got an adjustable rear sight for windage. And I mean, this thing is just like a mirror. It's beautiful. There's not a lot to talk about except that this thing is a highly regarded, highly prized firearm, and people collect them. This one is already sold to one of my actor friends. I have a Hollywood actor friend, which I'm not going to throw out his name. I don't want to get the Hollywood people upset with him. But I called him. I said, I got this in stock. And he said, I'll take it. So it's his. But I figured, while I have it, I'm going to show it to you. So without any further ado, let's go to the workbench, take a closer look at it, and I'm going to clean it and lube it and close the cylinder because I don't have to put it back together again. Welcome to the workbench with the Model 19 Smith & Wesson. This is a 19-5, and it is in factory nickel. So it is as shiny as you can get. You can see a lot of reflection in here. Nickel is like mirror. Now let me explain something to you about nickel. Unlike stainless steel, which is very rust resistant, nickel is rust proof, at least rust as you know it. Nickel actually rusts clear. And sometimes you've seen a nickel gun that looks what they call cloudy. It looks like there's almost dust embedded in it. That's because no one bothered dusting or cleaning the gun for a long time. It sat around and it actually kept rusting, and the rust actually rusted right over the dirt and the dust, and you get that cloudy effect. A really good expert polishing will bring back the luster if it's done right, but some nickel is so thin, like on Colts, the next thing you see is copper, because underneath the nickel is copper. Nickel can't adhere to metal. So first they dip the metal in copper, which nickel will adhere to, and copper adheres to metal. So they dip it in copper, and then they dip it in nickel. Now, what you need to know is this: never, ever use Hoppe's or any cleaner that has copper remover in it, or lead remover, because if you get micro hair fractures in here. You can't see them, but they're small enough where those chemicals get underneath it, and then you start losing your nickel. So the best thing to clean nickel with, well, get Stricold or Frog Lube or one of the one-step cleaner luber and protectors. I like Stricold. It's been around for a while. To me, it's a proven product. Go look at my YouTube video on it. In the meantime, if you use this, you only have to clean your gun, and that's enough to lube it and protect it. Take a look at the sight picture in here, which basically it's a double notch sight with a front ramp, and that's a pretty good picture of the sight picture. Okay, this needs some work on that front. The person whited it out, or it was whited, and the whiting is just deteriorating. So how do you clean this? Oh, it has an adjustable rear sight. This little screw right there, you turn it back clockwise and counterclockwise, and it will adjust for windage. So all you have to do to clean a revolver is basically you push your cylinder lock, you open it up. There's your only moving part on the cylinder other than the fact that it rotates. And we're going to put some Stricold on here. What you would do is you would wipe down the entire outside of the cylinder. You're going to wipe down the entire face of the cylinder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold my finger on the cylinder and turn this away from the gun so it doesn't close on me while I'm trying to clean it. That way I can turn it and keep it open at the same time. You can see how much dirt just came off of there. I'm going to do it again. And with a nickel gun, you have to clean it immediately after shooting it, otherwise you'll stain it. In fact, you got to do the same thing. You should do the same thing with stainless steel. Stainless steel will stain also. Do the same thing. Turn it away from the gun and clean off the back. I'm going to push my ejector rod out, and I'm going to clean inside here behind the ejector. Make sure that axle is nice and clean. I'm going to clean off the ejector itself all the way around it. I'm going to clean the front of the ejection rod. I'm going to clean inside the crane housing, inside on the bottom of the frame. I'm going to get the top inside on the top strap. Then I'm going to get inside here and I'm going to clean what's called the forcing cone all the way around that. And I'm going to get a little help to do that with this stick. The front, whole front part, and the forcing cone. Someone took good care of this, but they didn't bother working on the forcing cone. Luckily, that's stainless, it's not nickel, so it's actually cleaning up quite nicely. And last but not least, we want to get the cylinder and the barrels. So I'm going to put a clean cloth on my stick, get it pretty well saturated. I'm going to go down the barrel, pull it out, go down again. Then I'm going to take this and I'm going to clean each cylinder. And that's all 6. This is a 6-shot revolver, so this is a 357. So if you're shooting 38 specials out of 357, what you want to do is take a wire brush and hit the inside the front of each of these cylinders. Really go through all the way through, all the way out, all the way through, all the way out a few times to make sure you're cleaning out the residue that 38 special is leaving behind. Otherwise, you're going to have an issue when you put your 357 magnums in. They're going to be tight because of the front. Okay, so that's it. And what I'm going to do just to end off with, I'm going to take some strike hold and wipe down the outside of this gun with it. Now, if I'm using cleaner, I'm going to make sure I also hit all that cleaner with oil, because the oil will deactivate the cleaner. Otherwise, stainless steel, nickel will make it look like stainless steel. It will dull it out. And stainless, it will just chew it up after a while. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you would oil this gun if you were to oil it. So you're going to take a cloth, 1, 2, 3 drops of oil on it. You're going to wipe down the whole outside of the gun. I'm not going to wipe this gun down with oil. It's a simple process. I don't have to explain that to you. But you're going to want to take your oily rag, go over the front of your ejection rod, open that up, turn this, go over, make sure you get the whole inside of the ejection rod, just a little bit of, just wipe it with oil. Behind the extractor, the ejector, I'm going to hit the front of the cylinder and the back of the cylinder. The back and the front and the back. It depends on which way you look at things. Take a cleaning rod and put it in and go through your barrel. Every place where you touched it with cleaner, you got to touch it with oil. Otherwise, you're going to ruin your finish. Especially if it's a blue gun, but nickel, you don't want to leave any gun cleaner on nickel. Firing pin back in here. Okay. So there we go. Model 19 factory nickel. Now how pretty is that? That's a pretty nice gun. Thanks for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the Model 19-5. And until next time, please like and subscribe. Thanks for joining me on the impressive Smith Wesson Model 19-5. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. See you next time.